This is Mehul Mohan, who is founder at Fermion, who has built awesome tools for educators and edtech businesses, which makes complex tasks simpler and a whole lot easier. I am glad that I got the opportunity to meet him during Yugaantar. In fact, he was one of the judges in the Dragon's Den event. So let's see what was the conversation about, and hopefully you all will like it. Hello everyone. So today we have Mehul sir. He's a co-founder at Fermion, which is an AI-based edtech company, and I'm glad I got 5 minutes of your time.
Thank you.
I'm really glad to be able to talk to you. Sir, actually, I wanted to know about how you actually began as an entrepreneur and how did you end up what you are doing now.
So, my story starts from when I was 12, 13 years old. And I would spend a lot of my time just browsing internet, learning about things. One of the first things I discovered was the ability to write blogs and add ads on it to monetize it. So I would use a lot of my free time after schools on spending on that. That is how I got introduced with programming or tech in general, like how do you customize websites, HTML, CSS, all of that. Then over the next few years, I started a YouTube channel where I would share these programming knowledge and information that I understood and that I got. Meanwhile, I was also doing a bunch of freelancing tasks, freelancing gigs here and there. And by the time when I was in college, first year, second year, I realized that I have done a lot of work as a freelancer. I have done a lot of teaching also on YouTube. I figured out that there is the development part, at least the coding part, is something that I really like as a person. And I can't always take a job for that because I saw like there are companies and people, obviously there are rounds and things happening for hiring. But I figured out that that is something I can do. Yeah. What I used to also do is follow a lot of influencers and people who would say, the 20s are for taking risks and you should take risks and you should learn about new things or you should try things which you don't know would succeed or not. So I used to be very inspired with that. And I realized that one of the things that I can do, which I don't know for sure will work out or not, is start a company. And I did that right out of college itself. In fact, in third year itself, I started working on Codam as a first graduate. So the reason for starting the business was less about that I wanted to do something in that area, and it was more about that what I can do, which I don't know right now. So job part was relatively easier for me to understand that hey, I can take a job anytime. But the business part, the business aspect was interesting to me. Like, would that work out? So that is how I started Codam.
Alright, so my next question would be like, as you are running an AI-based company, right? So my question was that that AI is rising now. My question was that we all know about the .com bubble which happened. So how do you think you will be tackling that? Because at some point the AI companies grow and then there was a bubble in the middle, and many companies were shut down or maybe something. And then there was another new set of companies which dominated the market and they are still dominating. So how do you really think you be able to beat or you will be able to figure out things from the AI world?
So I think getting back to your .com mobile reference, I think that is a lot of companies raised a lot of money and a lot of them actually died back in 2000s. And a similar story will unfold in AI space also. There are a lot of companies that you see in the space right now which will either not be there in the next few years or they'll be acquired or merged and will shut down operations. The thing is that even with .com, for example, there are a lot of great companies like Amazon, for example, right? So there would be great companies in AI space as well. The way to evaluate them, in my opinion, is how useful they are. So even right now, if you see that a lot of AI products are getting used on a day-to-day basis, like some companies have a very strong product market fit, whether that's for building presentations with AI, whether that's with coding with AI, whether that's managing some sort of their internal data, internal sheets, knowledge bases. So these things are actually like delivering measurable impact to people and their workflows. That is something I very strongly feel will not go away because it's not in a very bottom bubble.
Yeah.
What will go away is obviously the hype capital, the way people are just raising something based on the idea and the background itself, where there is no conviction from the market, like the market is not responding. But I'm pretty sure like the ideas where market is really responding and it's delivering like a measurable difference in terms of the outcomes customers or businesses are getting, those ideas will stay. And that is how we are also trying to traverse our trajectory with Fermion, introducing AI into education, into elements, which traditionally makes, from compared to traditional learning experiences, makes it better for students who are consuming, as well as for instructors who are creating this content on a daily basis or on a weekly basis.
So I'm really glad I could talk to you today. And my last question would be, how do you value your time, and how do you value, like, you as a founder have to co-founder have to maintain a value in terms of public and your time. So how do you manage that?
See, managing time is obviously important, but at the same time, I feel that I myself have a lot of things to learn. There are a lot of things even changing in current landscape. So I would want to be at places where I am surrounded with people better than me, like Scalar's co-founder, for example, the campus and other founders that I'm meeting today. So that is obviously a great opportunity for me to learn. So I would ideally want to optimize my time personally from a learning point of view is to spend with people who are better than me and who are above me and I can learn from them. But at the same time, just reiterating things that like we are talking right now, and I'm talking to so many other people who are starting their ventures, just reiterating things that I already know with them also helps me internally solidify those learnings. So events like these are great use of my time, where in fact anyone's time who is trying to start a business or do something better. But yeah, the general idea is that you have to be mindful of where you're spending time, trying to avoid obvious waste of time. For example, just the famous one like binging on reels and stuff. So trying avoiding that, playing all stuff. So that is like a easy way to gain back some time. But other than that, be just mindful of what you are consuming, what you are learning, and what you are optimizing.
All right, so here we wrap up this small video, or maybe a part of the vlog. And I'm really glad I could talk to you, sir. I'm really glad I could spend time with you and get a lot of insights about the business and the AI overall, the AI landscape. And I'm really glad, and I hope we will meet someday again.
Sure.
Maybe next year, next Yugaantar, or maybe some other day, as a Superman session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dennis.